Welcome to the Energy Gym. So what I want to speak about right now is something that I found myself develop over the last 10-15 years that has really powerfully allowed me to connect deeper with my nervous system, with my body, and with other people. And this is in essence a style of dance known as light gloving. Now, what I really want to speak about right now is really the way that this is a practice that I've done since I was about 15, 16 years old. And when I was like 15, 16, I was very dysregulated. I have a lot of social anxiety. I really found going to raves, to shows, it was something that was very difficult, but was very powerful. I really loved this culture, I loved this community, I loved this immersion. But often I found it would really strike a lot of anxiety in me, and for various reasons. And what I found over the years is the means of how learning this art form, really engaging myself, having this deep-rooted intention of why I desire to be a part of this scene, this culture, and realizing on a deep level how I wanted to contribute to this culture. I wanted to love and honor this culture. It made me see the way that year by year, moment by moment, I allowed myself to evolve and develop this style of dance, and therefore root myself in my body. It's a mechanism that I feel time again and again would ground me. It would alleviate anxiety. It would allow me to, spark conversation and connect with other people, really just connecting with this universal language of movement and dance. And what I found was over the years of learning and honoring this art form, I found myself become profoundly empowered. Fast forward 15 years, I've found that this dance style, this means of connecting with my nervous system, connecting with my breath and my energy, and extending this to other people, this is a portal. This is genuinely something that will transform your life and your perspective and your relationship with your nervous system time again and again and again. And this is something that I feel, when we really understand this, why is this such a powerful practice? Why is this so effective? Well, for one, it is something that is using the mind and the body in unison. That is, it is strengthening your hand-eye coordination, your muscle memory, your dexterity. It's essentially, as I remember engaging in this, it is a very potent brain game. It's a means of developing plastic connections in your mind and weaving these into your somatic body, into your nervous system. And with this, as you continuously go down this rabbit hole, you continuously strengthen and reinforce these connections, you'll notice that this becomes a powerful grounding mechanism that once maybe something, a experience or engagement that would have maybe caused you anxiety, being around people that are all dancing and expressing themselves and in this social context, you'll notice will transform into a genuine portal that will change your life. Is something that will harvest and nurture connections. It will nurture inspiration. It will nurture empowerment. It will offer you a means to readily immerse yourself and engage and connect with the music, with rhythm, with these core reasons that we are here as humans. This is the sort of underlying context, is dance and the culture of dance really is a primal experience that is connecting you to your body and your nervous system and every part of your facilities. This is an energetic practice that we find has modern context, is integrated in such a way where it is ever evolving, where we are embracing and accepting and really just thriving in this culture. So, you may now ask yourself, how? How can I now engage in this art form? How can I begin this journey to connect deeper with my nervous system, my body? Well, in truth, the answer is simple. The answer is in simply feeling into it. Now, I feel with many dimensions of creative art forms, a lot of us, we maybe develop a very intellectualized approach. Be it if it is music or singing or dance or art of all forms. But the reality of it is, as an artist for over 15 years, I truly feel that a lot of these art forms, these creative expressions, they are very simple at the heart of it. And very actively, what you need to do is to root yourself in the joy of it. Feel into the expression of it. Don't do this for any other reason than what elicits joy. So, really, wherever you find yourself, I want you to sort of give yourself permission right now to feel into your body. And before you do this, just take a deep breath. Letting go of all tension in your body. Realizing that this is a safe space. You're here to feel into this expression. Whatever your body desires to express, there is no wrong. I genuinely feel this. So in this, what parts of these movement pathways are you drawn to? Maybe it is the elements of liquid. This is actually a movement style that I found myself drawn to very early on. Basically the very core elements that I found myself instantly engaging was liquid and finger waves. This muscle memory felt very kindred, very accessible. And it really just felt organic. And that is what I really invite you to explore, is what parts of this practice, any parts of this practice, any styling, doesn't matter how advanced or simplistic, feels organic to you. Because that's the reality, is dance and movement practice of this realm is something you feel, right? It's an expression that it will evolve. It will develop into intricacies, but in the essence of it, it is always going to come down to what feels right for you. So, again, if this is liquid, this is a practice allowing yourself to create this releasing of the frames. And you may notice, specifically in my style and where I found myself evolve my style, it often mimics these movement patterns of Tai Chi and Qigong. So in essence, I want you to really just sit with the idea of a lot of these movement practices. The core of what I find myself do is creating a frame. So engaging in any dimension around you. Introducing this frame, similar to if you are, say, executing a punch, you are introducing this engagement with the frame in front of you, with your fist meeting this spatial plane in front of you, and then you are releasing the frame. You're releasing tension, letting the musculature of your hand, your arm, letting it go, letting it flow, and feel into this feeling, letting your body actively learn. Because this is the key piece of a lot of dance and gloving and Qigong as a whole, is learning to integrate your movements. Now, in essence, this is not a very natural thing for many people. If you were to try to very steadily and very patiently weave your movements together in a very controlled and very fluid and integrated stream of movements, your body may feel tense. This may feel very inorganic. But this is the core practice. And in essence, too, this is the key to all of the doors. So, another element of why I feel this is such a powerful practice for the body, integrating your movements, creating this fluid stream of movements in your body, is in essence what I recall taking away from a Tai Chi and a Qi Gong series. The instructor spoke openly about the means of priming your neuromuscular system. So, in essence, we understand this. This is your body operating and experiencing itself in a harmonious way, in a balanced way, in a way that is aligned with your spinal posture, with your entire musculoskeletal system in your body, and realizing why this is very healthy. This is really a core underlying reason why doing Tai Chi and Qigong and martial forms and training various styles of movement and mobility training, what this is doing is priming your neuromuscular system, right? And this is something that I really feel you can feel. This is actually what I would say, in essence, what we experience when we enter movement flow states. Whether it is from parkour, maybe from running, from dance, from various styles of free-form movement. When you are in a movement flow state, you can surely feel this. Your body, it feels more fluent. Your nervous system, it feels more calm. It feels like you can actually navigate and almost see multiple steps ahead of you before your body even engages within the reality around you. This is something I feel I see often when I am in dance flow states and engaging within partner dance. And really, in essence, this dance flow state, this means of priming your neuromuscular system and feeling your body in alignment, is one of the most powerful flow states that you can access. And this is where I really want to introduce this final thought, is dance, movement practice, the means of rooting yourself in your nervous system and your energy body, is in essence one of the most powerful and readily accessible flow states that you can experience. Think about this. This is a huge reason why I found myself very attracted to and also begin to really approach mastery within this style of finger tutting and ultimately all dimensions that extend from this, is because there is genuinely nothing stopping you from engaging and fine-tuning this practice. All you need is your hands. All you truly need, in essence, is the means of giving yourself permission to engage in your body, to rewire this relationship with your nervous system and allow yourself to circulate something that is empowered, something that is rooting you. And so, with that, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. If you find yourself attracted to this style of content, learning about your relationship with your body and how to strengthen and empower this, and therefore strengthen and empower your relationship with your nervous system, then follow this channel. Subscribe, like, leave me a comment below, what you feel you learned from this video, and maybe offer some perspective on what sort of things you'd love to learn about in relation to your nervous system. Maybe what sort of trials or challenges did you experience in developing your relationship with your body? I'd love to hear your thoughts. So thank you so much for chiming in. Much love.